Just before the start of the second game in tonight's doubleheader of the semifinal boys action, with me is Oak Park head coach Randy Cassano. Randy is a former provincial champion coach as well. He's coached against both of these teams this year. Randy, could you give us a bit of a preview to this game and what the styles are like for both Kildonan East and for Tech-Voc?
Well, Tech-Voc is a very small team, very quick, very athletic, and they're going to have to play, I think, a tempo game in order to be successful. Kildonan East is much bigger with Elliot Unger inside, and Tech-Voc's going to have to contend with him somehow in order to be successful.
Okay. Tell me about Kildonan East's guards and the way they run their offense, such as Arby Bumbry and those people.
Well, Kildonan East is a very, very patient, very disciplined, very well-coached team. Ross has done a great job with them. They wait for the opportunities, they work the ball, and they try and exploit Elliot's size inside.
Okay, if they fail with that size with Elliot Unger, what do they look to do in order to get things started up and get things going?
Well, that's what makes them so tough, is that they don't have to have Elliot going all the time, because they have people that can hit from the outside. They've got Courteau and they've got St. Clair, and those guys can light it up from three-point range, so that makes it really difficult to defend.
Okay, now with Tech-Voc, you said they're a scrappy team. Every time I've seen them play, they're hustling and diving all over the floor. We should expect a lot more of that kind of stuff tonight, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's their trademark. They play very tough defense, very quick and very athletic, and offensively they like to penetrate and pitch, and their game is based on that, and they do it very, very well.
Okay, now tell me a bit about your season. At the start of the season, there wasn't much expectations for your team, but you guys did fairly well. Tell me about the development of your team throughout the 90-91 season.
Well, we didn't have a great bunch of athletes. We had a great bunch of kids who worked very, very hard, and I think we kind of overachieved. We're very disappointed with the loss last weekend against Tech-Voc, but overall we had a great season. I'm very pleased.
Okay, and tell me about that Tech-Voc game quickly. I guess it was a double overtime heartbreaker, was it?
No, it was a heartbreaker, all right. Yeah, double overtime. I thought we controlled most of the game, but they give them credit. They fought back and they took it away from us.
Great. Okay, thanks a lot for your comments, Randy.
Thank you.
Okay, and now with me is the man who hit the winning shot in the game earlier tonight, Mike Hoff from Vincent Massey. First of all, Mike, congratulations on hitting that shot. Tell me about the game earlier here tonight.
Oh, it was a really tough game. Crocus played exceptional. We were just trying to keep up with them because they're a really quick team.
Had you played them earlier in the season?
No, first meeting. This is the first meeting.
Did you know what to expect from them before you went into the game?
We knew they had Sean Williams. He's really good, and we tried to stop him tonight. And we knew they were really quick, and that's what we tried to stop, the transition game.
You had some good play from your guards, such as yourself, but also some good play from Peter Young. He played tough inside. Has he been playing like this throughout most of the season?
Yeah, since Provincial started, he's just stepped up a notch. He's exceptional.
Has it been tough for him coming off an ankle injury? I understand he did some tendon damage earlier in this season. Is that correct?
Yeah, he was out for about 10 games, and the first few games were not really great for him, but he really improved afterwards.
Okay. Now, have you ever hit a bigger shot than that one you hit with 2 seconds to go there in the game?
Last year I had a chance to tie a game, and I didn't do that, but this is the biggest shot I've ever hit.
Okay, now what about the final? Do you have a preference of either of these teams to play in the final?
No, both teams are really good teams, and we're ready to play both teams. We know both teams are exceptional.
Okay, well, thank you for those comments. Once again, congratulations on hitting that shot.
Thanks.
And we're going to send it back to Blair.
Well, Laurie, a great shot from the outside, an exciting first game, entertaining action. We've got that coming up for us in game number 2.
Well, as you mentioned in our first game, a lot of action, a lot of hustle by the Plainsmen and by the Vincent Massey Trojans. Mike Haw, as we just saw in the interview there, was Sean hitting the big shot. He's happy. They're ready. As he said, he doesn't care who they play. They're in the provincial final. They don't care. They just say, get this game over and get us somebody to play. They're ready to go. In terms of this game, we listened to Coach Cassano just a little bit earlier. From the Tech-Voc Hornets, you're going to see an awful lot of pressure. They will not give up. No matter if they're down 20, they will not give up. They can come back at any time. As far as the Kildonan East Reavers are concerned, patience and discipline. They'll try to pump the ball inside. They can really hurt the Hornets if they get the ball inside. If Elliot Unger gets off the mark, it could be a long night for the Hornets.
Well, we've got a very patient team on the floor, the Kildonan East Reavers, with a big man, 6'6" Elliot Unger. Down at the other end, just tenacity written all over them. The Tech-Voc Hornets will do everything and anything to get possession, defense to get that ball away, and they can also score. They've got some offensive talent.
Well, they've got some real athletic people inside. Elric Alexander on our last telecast from the Tech-Voc Gymnasium did an excellent job. The other person that they have, of course, that can play inside is Ferdy Cristotomo. Ferdy did an excellent job. And then from the outside, they have Lawrence Mangaron, who's really stepped his game up a notch, and he's doing an excellent job. And then, of course, they have another grade 10 player in the province in Kevin Chief, who can really do a super job.
We mentioned on the Kildonan East side, what they like to do is get the ball inside the number, I'll pick up his number 11, Elliot Unger, standing 6'6". We're going to have an all-star profile of Elliot Unger coming up at halftime. This is a man who can be a dominant force in this game.
Well, with Elliot, he's only in grade 11, and as we've mentioned a lot throughout the year, there's not too many grade 12 players that thus far in the year and have been what we would call the cream of the crop, and it might be a little bit tough for some of the university coaches here in terms of Hemmings, Wedlake, and Suffield. But in terms of the grade 11 ranks, there's some excellent ball players, of which Elliot Unger is one, and we have seen earlier tonight an all-star profile on a grade 10 player, Daryl Baptiste, out of Elmwood, and we're going to see Kevin Chief here on the floor tonight that I think can be quite a player in his own right.
Kevin Chief in grade 10. There's his coach, Greg Bouchard, along with Scott Martin. They will lead the Tech Bach Hornets. Bouchard played over at Daniel Mack. An outstanding softball pitcher as well, Mr. Bouchard.
I'll tell you, Greg can really move the ball. We get a look at our officials there on the left. We have Mr. Dave Morphy from the Cloverleaf, and on the right, Mr. Jan Kreitzer from St. James. Jan's giving a look at his better side.
That's right. We're going to go down to our public address announcer right now, Mr. Bill Anthony, for the introduction of the starting lineup.
Welcomes you to the 1991 AAA Provincial High School Boys Basketball Final Four. This second semifinal will see the defending provincial champions, the Kildonan East Reavers, do battle with the Cinderella team of high school basketball, the Tech Bach Hornets. The visitors on the score sheet, the Tech Bach Hornets, started their season off with wins in the city preseason tournaments and the WIT. They faded and lost their bid in the City North Championship, but have come on strong on the road to the Final Four by defeating Mennonite Brethren 75-70 in the wild card game, and by upsetting number 2 ranked Oak Park 63-58 for this berth in the 1991 Final Four. Their overall record is 23-12. Let's meet the Tech Bach Hornets, the non-starters. To begin with, number 5, Bensana Sundera. Number 21, Rob Gosselin. Number 25, Kevin Chief. Number 31, Ulrich Alexander. And now the Kildonan East Reavers, home team on the score sheet. KCAC champions that have been ranked number 3 most of the year. Their tournament wins include the Kildonan Tip-Off Tournament, Festival de Voyageurs, the Westman Classic. Their overall record is 28-6. In the quarterfinal, they defeated St. John's 106-96. Now let's meet the defending provincial champions, the Kildonan East Reavers. Number 3, David Atkins. Number 5, Kirk Rogers. Number 10, Jason McDonald. Number 13, Darcy Lavoie. Number 14, Sean Wedlake. Number 20, Rob Dare. Number 22, Garnet Sinclair. And now the starting lineups. For Tech Bach, playing guard, number 10, Lawrence Mangaron. For Kildonan East, playing guard, 6'6", pardon me, 5'7", it's all fixed up here. Number 12, guard, Paul Bedard. For Tech Bach, playing guard, 5'8", number 15, Derwin Ramon. For Kildonan East, 6'2", the guard position, number 24, Kirk Forto. At 6'1", for Tech Bach, playing post, number 40, Clint Lake. 6'3", for the Reavers, number 25, in forwards position, Adam Wedley. For the Hornets, 5'10", forward number 55, Owen Price. For the Reavers, 5'9", forward number 21, R.B. Brumbree. For the Hornets, 6-foot-tall post number 53, Freddie Coristomo. And for the Reavers, 6'6", number 11, Elliot Unger. The visiting team is managed by Ann Van Satten, Jeanette Carrier. The coaches are Greg Bouchard and Scott Martin. For Kildonan East, manager Drew Schoenberg. Coaches are Ross Wedlick and Joel Bemin.
Both teams set to go with the second semifinal of the boys Provincial AAA basketball tournament. The Kildonan East Reavers will be wearing the white uniforms and the dark or yellow uniforms on your screen, the Tech Block Hornets.
Well, we're getting ready. We see right now the Hornets are getting ready, getting some last instructions from Coach Bouchard. We've got referee David Morphy ready to throw this ball up. Once again, as far as the Hornets are concerned, you're going to see a lot of pressure here, Blair. Intensity personified is the name of their game. As far as the Reavers are concerned, we're going to see some excellent control.
We'll see if we can match that excitement of our opening game. A 54-52 victory for the Vincent Massey Trojans, ranked number 5, and coming into the game against number 1 ranked Crocus Plains Plainsmen. They defeated them. Here we have the 3rd ranked Kildonan East Reavers going against upset starters number 10, the Tech Block Hornets. Unger with the tip, and the Reavers have possession.
Tech Block going to come out straight in your face, man to man.
Forteau, 24, can shoot from the outside. They leave him open, and he hits one for 2 points.
Well, what we had at that particular time, Clint Lake on the switch. Clint's got to stay out there and play Kirk, because Kirk can hit that open jumper.
Mangron, number 10, and on top of him is Paul Bedard, 12. They will challenge all night, both of these teams. Inside to Clint Lake. He uses the glass, and we're tied at 2.
That's a great job by Tech Block, taking it right inside. Here comes Tech Block now with some 2-2-1 pressure.
Tech Block able to pressure here, and they will continue throughout this game. The white-shirted Kildonan East Reavers in possession. We have just started the first minute of play here in this semifinal action. You are watching it on Videon, special program, Cable Channel 7, live from the University of Winnipeg Athletics Center.
Good job by Tech Block. Good movement on the switch.
Continue in that zone. Outside Forteau again, and this time Mangron comes down with the ball.
That's a good job by Freddie Coristomo as he made Kirk Forteau change his shot.
Mangron steps inside, short jumper, doesn't go, but the ball comes right back out to Coristomo, and he's partially deflected, and Brumbree pulls it down for the Reavers.
Good defense by Kildonan East.
They get the ball inside to Unger, pushed back out. Bedard now, number 12. Unger at the top, and number 15 there, Ramirez gets in and deflects it away, but leaves Bedard an open lane for 2.
Well, unfortunately, that time for Tech Block, it would have been a lot better just to leave that ball alone. What happened when the ball came popping out, as you mentioned, left Bedard all alone. Good job by Bedard as he takes it to the hole.
Mangron once again, and Unger with a good block.
Well, what we have right there is Lawrence Mangron just penetrating a little bit too far. You can't take it up against 6'6".
Brumbree for 2.
Good look that time as we got the full court pass by Bedard, gets Brumbree, and Brumbree takes it inside for the easy 2, and now we've got Kildonan East out to a quick 6-2 lead.
7 minutes, 40 seconds remain here. Coristomo, and that gets number 24, Kirk Forteau, off his feet, and he will pick up his first personal foul of the team's first of this half.
Well, that's a good job by Ferdy. First of all, he makes a nice move along the baseline. He's got his head up, and he can see Elliot Unger coming in and trying to swat that ball away. He just simply pops back out, puts a nice little soft jump shot up. As a result, Kirk Forteau is going to pick up the foul. We're going to get a look here on our screen. We're going to see Ferdy Coristomo is going to be down low. He pops out to get the ball, makes a good move, sees Elliot Unger, pulls up, and we got Kirk Forteau picks up the foul, and Ferdy's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Coristomo misses the first of 2 free throw opportunities with a 6-2 lead. Reavers out in front. It's now cut down to 6-3. Pressure from the Hornets.
Here we got Tech Block. Tough man-to-man pressure.
Wondering why that might not have been a back over center violation. The ball and both feet have to come all the way over, or else you can go back. Inside to Unger, goes up on Lake, doesn't get it, but just taps his own rebound in.
Well, that's the first time that Kildonan got the ball inside to Elliott. First of all, we got a good job by Clint Lake, but what he's going to have to do, he's got to make sure that he doesn't give Elliott Unger any second opportunities.
Elliott Unger will pick up that foul inside, his first personal foul, the team's second of this half.
Once again, imperative for the Tech Block Hornets. You get a look at Coach Ross Wedlake there on your screen. Imperative for the Tech Block Hornets to take away any second, third shot opportunities.
Kevin Chief from three-point range off the back iron. He's got to take some more of those if they're going to stay close for the Hornets.
That's a good shot by Kevin. Also a good job by the rest of the Hornets to keep the ball alive. And now we've got Owen Price picks up an offensive rebound for the Hornets.
That shot off of Chris Ostomo. Owen Price on the weak side was able to pull it down, gives it to Kevin Chief. The Hornets set up once again. They don't really have that big man to post up, but they do get that ball inside just because of the quickness, Louis.
Well, they move the ball around very well, and as we mentioned, quickness very important. Clint Lake turns around, hits another one.
Clint Lake, the man they need, number 40, hits that one, and it's 8-5, back to a three-point lead for the Reavers.
Once again, full court man. Oh yeah, travel ball. That's a good call by referee Morphy.
Paul Bedard got a little slide with his pivot foot, and great call there, and the turnover a chance now for the Hornets to tie it if they go for the three-pointer.
Kildonan stays man-to-man. Is good for Kevin Chief. That's going to be a travel ball, though. One step too many. Once again, Tech Block Hornets, if you're going to take somebody one-on-one, you've got to keep in mind that Elliott Unger is right there.
We had a game for you last weekend, and you were sort of coaxing Kevin Chief to go out and shoot, but right now he's maybe he heard you because he's taken the ball in a couple times here.
Well, I think Kevin's going to be a remarkable player in the next couple of years for Coach Bouchard and Martin over at Tech Block.
Unger inside, looks to Bumbry. Bumbry goes up for 2 points, and he has 4 in the game.
That's good defense by Clint Lake once again, and unfortunately, on the weak side, you've got Derwin Romero's just simply lost his check.
And Lake again now, number 40, he steps inside, pulls it back out. Price looks for Chris Ostomo. He tight ropes that baseline, and they bring the ball back out. Inside, Chris Ostomo gets number 24, Futu off his feet.
That's a good job by Ferdy. He's doing an excellent job inside the paint there against 2 larger men.
10-7, a 3-point lead for the Reavers. 5.5 minutes to go here. Elliott Unger from the foul line. Off the back iron. Owen Price is there to pick it up for the Hornets, and he's fouled on the play. Number 25, Adam Wedlake will pick up his first personal foul, the team's third of this half.
Well, that's a good job once again by the Hornets. If I'm Tech Block, that's where I want Elliott Unger. I want him 15 to 17 feet away from the hole taking those shots. I'll give him that uncontested shot all night if I'm Greg Bouchard.
Coach Bouchard looking on, his team trailing by 3 with 5 minutes 20 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Alexander, 31, is just subbed into the game for the Hornets. Mangaron now at the top.
Good patience, good ball movement here by the Tech Block Hornets.
Clint Lake in three-point range steps inside. Mangaron now goes back inside. And he hits for 2. We got a 1-point game.
That's a good job by Lawrence. He learned a lesson very quickly. That time his penetration was just merely 1 step there. Last time he took more than 1. He got that ball swatted by Elliott Unger.
Great patience there by Tech Block to set up and get that open shot. Chris Ostomo on the steal. Just takes it to an open spot on the floor and puts on the brakes. Now Rick Alexander, 31. Just the ball around Kevin Chief from three-point range, and he hits one. It's now a 12-10 lead, Hornets.
It's an excellent job by the Hornets in terms of moving the ball and hurting Kildonan East where they can, and that, of course, is from the perimeter.
Kevin Chief pumping that one up for the outside for his first 3 points of the game. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this first quarter. 12-10. The Hornets lead for their first time. Wedlake steps inside, look to tie this one up, and Clint Lake pulls it away for the Tech Block team.
It's a good job by Tech Block. What we've got to do if we're the Tech Block Hornets after we score, let's overplay everybody else and let Elliott Unger get the ball. Let's make Elliott work the entire length of the floor.
Mangaron can shoot from there. This time he goes inside, and number 24 for 2 knocks that ball away from him. Substitutes coming in the game for both teams.
Well, it's a good job by both benches. Coach Bouchard, that's about, at this particular time, the 8th or 9th player that he's put in the game. He's got to keep his troops fresh because, of course, Kildonan East got a lot of guns out there.
12-10, the Hornets lead. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go in this first quarter. The Reavers in possession of the basketball. They look inside, number 11, Unger. He sets a pick on Chief, gets it on the roll. Goes up off the glass, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's a good job by Elliot Unger once again. That's where he can do the damage down low. What we have to do if we're the rest of the Tech Vaughan Hornets, we're going to get a look here on our screen at our replayers. Desjardins out of front with the ball. He looks and gets Unger down low, and there's the good move right there. What we're going to have to do if we're the rest of the Tech Vaughan Hornets, we've got to put a lot of pressure on the ball. We've got to make that pass as difficult as possible to get into Elliot Unger.
Rob Gosselin picking up his first personal foul, the team's first at the line. Number 11, Elliot Unger, unsuccessful in the first free throw, so it remains a 2-point lead for the Hornets.
Imperative right now for the Hornets to block out.
Successful in the second, and Kevin Chief comes away with it. Alexander now on the baseline, puts it between his legs and just dishes it back out. The 22, Garnet Sinclair all over Kevin Chief because he can put that shot from out there. Chief now steps inside, takes a short jumper for 2 points. It's a 4-point Hornet lead.
That's a great job by Kevin. The other thing is Garnet Sinclair, that's one player. He can play some darn good defense.
Number 22, Sinclair in possession of the basketball. Inside 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Sinclair now on offense, goes down. He's fouled on the play, and number 21, Rob Gosselin, will pick up his second personal foul. And there's number 22 for the Kildonan East Reavers and Coach Ross Wedlake, Garnet Sinclair.
What we're going to have to do, just as we saw at the end of our first game tonight, Blair, if we're going to stay man-to-man, communication is so important when you're playing man-to-man defense. What's going to have to happen there? Rob Gosselin, he's got to call those screens. Elliot Unger is coming out to the foul line. That's a big, wide body out there. He's setting a lot of good screens. Charlie's used the screen very well. It's up to the rest of the Tech Vaughan Hornets to communicate to one another, call those screens.
Nice shot from Sinclair for that free throw, down to a 3-point Hornet lead. Sinclair able to hit both of them, and now we've got just a 2-point lead for Tech Vaughan.
It's an excellent job by Garnet. He's definitely a player that can play at both ends of the floor. Good acquisition here for the Kildonan East Reavers.
Alexander moves to his left. Being challenged there from Lavoie, and the ball comes away. Bumbry, 21. Back out to Sinclair, and Kildonan East will now set up on offense. Nice steal there from number 10, Lawrence Mangron, and he goes the length of the floor, off the glass for 2 points.
That's a good job by Lawrence. As I mentioned at the top of the game, Lawrence has really stepped his game up. He's been forced to play the point guard position for the Tech Vaughan Hornets and has taken on the added responsibility and has really turned it into one heck of a good little player.
16-12, a 4-point lead for the Hornets. 2 minutes remaining, shot from the outside. Lavoie up for 2 points.
A good job by Lavoie. That time we had number 55, Owen Price, being beat. As we mentioned, Tech Vaughan Hornets, you have to block out. You can't give second or third shot opportunities.
3-point shot from Kevin Chief, and he has 8 in the game.
This is a good start for Kevin Chief. I like to see this.
Quickly, they try to go up court to Courteau. He's able to reach back for it, but Mangron just picks up that loose ball. Kevin Chief once again up court. Nice pass to Chris Ostomo, but he's blocked by Unger. Gets it back. He's going to try it again, and he's able to dish it out to Chief.
First of all, Ferdy, a little bit of a mistake trying to take it up.
Mangron challenged by Bumbry, but picks it back up. Minute 20 now remaining. 19-14, the Hornets lead.
What Tech Vaughan's going to have to do is they're going to have to be a little bit patient. Right now, they got a bit of a roll going as Alexander throws one up. What they've got to do, if they don't score off the break, they've got to relax and run some offense.
Down inside the final minute of this first quarter, 19-14, the Hornets lead the Reavers. Garnet Sinclair in possession. Try to set up on their offense.
Well, as we look in terms of what we see on the floor, there's so many mismatches in favor of Kildonan East Reavers. We mentioned at the top of the game, so many weapons that they can go to. Right now, this has been a great quarter of play for the Tech Vac Hornets. 53 seconds, enjoying a 5-point lead. If I'm Coach Bouchard, I'm going for last shot, Blair.
Porto on the travel ball, turnover. 45 seconds now remaining. Will Tech Vac play for that last shot? Show the patience that they need here to maintain control of this game. Chief on the break. Good job by Chief just to take that ball back out again. The clock heads towards 30 seconds.
That's a great job by Kevin. He had Bunbury beaten on the back door partially. Instead of trying to force it in, and with Unger coming over to play center field there, what he did was kick the ball back out.
Chrysostomo moves on Unger, and a great move, but doesn't get it to go. Unger with the board, and there's 15 seconds remaining for the Reavers.
It's a good job by Ferdy, as you mentioned. He comes down, good front stop, move the ball from his left to right hand and try and get it over Unger. Once again, though, I got to question the whole idea of going. I might want to go and go in for that last shot.
Sinclair on the move with just 3 seconds on the clock to make it a 3-point ball game. The first half comes to an end. Tech Vac leading 19-16.
Well, as I mentioned, as far as Coach Bouchard is concerned, I'm pretty sure I want to go for last shot. What happens is now we've got Kildonan East. They come down, and as you can see on your screen, we have a number of cheerleaders here from Kildonan East. If I'm Coach Bouchard, I want to have that last shot. Right now, we've got Kildonan East. They come down, they cut it to a 3-point deficit, and momentum is with them. We're going to go in here and listen to Coach Bouchard.
Stay high. Yeah. Okay? Okay? Ball goes to Kevin. Ferg, you're coming right out here. Yeah. Okay? Listen. The ball's going back to Lawrence. Alright, you push down to Ulrich. Ulrich, you burn your man for a layup to the right.
Hey, guys, listen up. Listen up.
What we've got here, now we're going to move over into Coach Wedley.
You got to defend the dribble. You got it, Ulrich, you got to defend the dribble. You know he's bringing it at you, right? Ferdy Chrysostom, he's taking it at you. Stay on your feet around the hoop. Good, solid defense. Now let's slow. Let's make some good decisions against the pressure, right? Make some good decisions against the pressure. Really slow. Let's make sure we get that guy coming to the middle and then get the floor balanced, right? Okay, we're in good shape now. We're in good shape. Settle it for a minute. We got rid of all the butter.
What's up? Ready?
Well, what we can see in terms of the Tech Vac situation, we've got Coach Martin handling the offense, Coach Bouchard handling the defense there on that timeout. Over on the other side of the court, we've got Coach Wedlake. What he would like to see, he'd like to see some better decisions made against that Tech Vac pressure. The other thing that he wants, of course, we're in man-to-man defense. As we mentioned in the first game of our telecast here, you're going to play man-to-man defense player. You've got to keep contact with the floor.
Quarter number 2 set to get underway. The Tech Vac Hornets lead 19-16. Kildonan East jumped out to an early lead, but Tech Vac came back strong, and they have been playing tough ever since.
Going to look at, keep your eyes on number 31, Alaric Alexander here.
Alexander, 31, as you mentioned, Lloyd, just had possession of the ball. They fired back around to him on the baseline. Alexander now up top, and he's just going to push it back out.
What we had, of course, is for the Hornets, they were looking for Alexander to take the ball to the hole, and he still manages to do it.
Gets his own rebound, but then loses control inside, but a nice move.
What we had, of course, is Kildonan East, however, they came out. Bait blocked by Lawrence Mangaran.
Mangaran gets up about 9 feet off the floor. I think number 24 there for 2 figured he had an easy layup, but Mangaran denied that one by reaching the ceiling in this place.
Good job by Tech Vac on the switch.
Evan Chief now takes the ball as Clint Lake came away with a steal. Chief penetrates the middle, moves inside, tough. Outside to Alexander for the shot. Strong. Under's able to hold on to that ball. Sitting down from Porto.
Well, right now we got Alaric Alexander. First of all, on the first offensive play, that was set up to go against man-to-man. Sinclair tries to answer with a 3 there for Kildonan East. And second time down, what we want to do is let's move the ball around and let's get it into the hands of the shooters. Right now, Alexander's a little bit cold. We should be looking at Mangaran and Chief.
Sinclair has that ball, and it won't stay in for him. Pops back out. Chief looking for his third three-pointer, and he can hit him from everywhere, Laurie.
Well, as I mentioned before, what I like it when Kevin Chief looks at the basket. What he's got to do is keep looking at the basket, keep trying to score.
Kevin Chief with 11 points in the game, half of Tech Vac's total of 22. 22-16, the lead for the Hornets, their largest lead of the game. 8 minutes, 30 seconds remain. Unger inside strong. Hornets come away with it.
Well, that's a good job by the Hornets. As far as Kildonan East is concerned, they're right in danger area. They got Elliot Unger down low, and that's, as far as Coach Wedlake is concerned, he really can't hope for a better shot.
Crisostomo inside, jumper off the glass for 2, and it's now an 8-point Hornet lead.
That's a good job by Ferdy as he takes it right up against Kirk.
5 points now for Crisostomo. Bunbury bringing the ball up. Number 21, Aubrey Bunbury, to get the ball back outside for 2. Can shoot that 3-pointer. Still going to put it back down inside to Unger. Unger turns, goes straight up over top of Lake. They do not able to get the rebound as Lavoie tried that one, but he was fouled on the play.
Well, what we got to do if we're the Tech Block Hornets, we've got to work a little bit harder. We can't let the ball be lobbed into Elliot Unger and just simply let him turn and shoot the ball. Eventually, he's going to start to make those. More importantly, as we saw on that missed shot, weak side boards, once again, let the Tech Block Hornets down. We have to block out. We can't give Kildonan East second and third shot opportunities. You have a look right here with 4-2. He's looking inside, puts the ball in. Look at all the time that Elliot Unger has. And then on the weak side, here we've got number 13, Lavoie, left wide open.
Lavoie tried to pick that one up, fouled on the play. Ferdy Crisostomo picking up his first personal foul of the team's third of this half. We've got a 2-shot foul coming up here for the Kildonan East Reavers as Tech Block has just picked up their 4th team foul here in this first half. That one going on number 31, Elric Alexander, his first.
Well, Elric's got to be a little upset with himself. That was a bad foul. What happened is we had Kirk 4-2 coming across the lane. He was fading away from the basket. There was no need to foul him at that time.
4-2 at the line to shoot 2. Makes the first one. 24-17 lead for the Hornets.
Tech Block better be ready for some Kildonan East pressure here.
4-2, winning both of those. Now back down to 24-18. The Reavers drop back a little surprisingly.
Well, no, not necessarily. I would like to see them play a little bit more pressure, but they've got lots of times a 6-point game. There's really no need at this particular time for the press. I just thought that off of the made free throw, they might come at them.
Mangaron steps inside, goes up high. He can really get up there and take that jumper.
Well, that's Lawrence's shot. That's Lawrence's shot, Blair. What happens is he'll make the fake, he'll take one step, and he just got the one-step jumper, and that's his shot. If he's on, that's a real good sign for coaches Martin and Bouchard.
Back to an 8-point lead for the Hornets as we move towards 7 minutes to go in this first half. Clint Lake on the steal.
That's a good job by Clint. Once again, if we're Tech Block, however, I don't like what's happening. We've got to get more pressure on the basketball. We can't let Bunbury and 4-2 and these people come down and lob the ball inside to Elliot Unger.
Lake goes over top, Unger for 2.
There's the big surprise thus far in the first half, the way I see it. Clint Lake is really starting to be an offensive threat here for the Hornets.
Clint Lake with 6 points, and Coach Wedlake has to call a timeout with his team trailing by 10 with just 6 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here on our replay, we're going to have a look. Once again, we've got Derwin Moreros. He has to get out there on Sinclair and put some more pressure on, but it's a good job by Clint Lake as he reads the lob and comes across. I think what we'll do right now is we're going to have to go into the huddle with Coach Wedlake.
First time, didn't we? We're not going to get any better than that. But we got to work. I tell you, it's down there we got to work harder. The little guy, Madano, whatever his name is, it's always to his right hand, always off the dribble. 1 or 2 bounces, right? Take away his right hand. Take away his right hand.
Come high, okay? Howard goes through, okay?
What we have here is we've got Coach Martin working on the offensive end.
Give it to Lawrence, and if you have a drive, you drive. Or you might have to stop there and shoot it.
What we have is, as far as Coach Martin is concerned, he's really reaching pressure.
Long, nothing long, right? Okay. That's fine, that's fine. Derwin, if he drives your safety and you're back, right? Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good job by Coach Bouchard there from the defensive end of things. He wants to make sure that there's floor balance. He wants to make sure that there's safety. Coach Martin from the Tech Block Hornets offensively, what he's looking for, penetration against that man-to-man defense. As far as they figure, if KE stays man-to-man, Tech Block's a lot quicker, and they want to take that opportunity, advantage of that opportunity. That means penetration.
Kildonan East has brought their cheerleaders out for this game. They trail right now by 10 points, 6 minutes 35 seconds to go in this first half, 28-18. Unger inside, and he's gonna have to go up strong. No shot there, called for the traveling violation.
Well, once again, as Coach Wedlake mentioned, we can't get shots any better than that. They're getting inside, and they're just not going down for them. The thing that he's really worried about is at the defensive end, the Kildonan East Reavers are just giving up too many easy buckets.
Mangrahan penetrates once again, goes up high. He's fouled on the play. Number 22, Garnet Sinclair, will pick up his first personal foul, the team's fourth of this half.
Well, what we have right now is for the Tech Rock Hornets, things are going well by means of the penetration, either by the dribble penetration or by the pass. And the other thing that's going well for them is when Kevin Chief's on the floor, they got a perimeter game.
At the line, number 10, Lawrence Mangrahan has 6 points in tonight's game. Misses that first free throw shot.
Get a look at Lawrence there. There's no other lonelier place than out there on that free throw line. You're there, you're by yourself, and as far as Lawrence is concerned, you just got to concentrate and put it up there. Good job by Lawrence as he hits nothing but net that time.
Mangrahan 1 of 2 from the free throw line, so the Hornets shooting 2 for 4 right now from that free throw line, and they lead by 11.
Still straight man-to-man by the Hornets.
R.B. Bumbry, number 21. Mangrahan right on top of him, as you mentioned, one-on-one, so they're challenging. Lake posting up on Unger, and he's done a great job with him down low. Ball's taken away. Ulrich Alexander's able to pick that one up, and he just puts on the brakes.
Good decision by Ulrich that time. Starting to can see down here at the offensive end for Kildonan East, they're really starting to get frustrated, Blair.
Morris, 15, back to Mangrahan. He likes to take that one step and then go up high and shoot, and he does so. Does not get the roll this time. Gosselin challenging, and number 40, Clint Lake, will pick up the foul with a push from behind.
That's really unfortunate for Tech Rock. Mangrahan once again in rhythm, and this, instead of going to the right, this time he goes to the left. He takes his one step, he puts up a really good-looking shot, and unfortunately for Tech Rock, it doesn't go down. And then Clint Lake, he's not going to give up. One thing about the Hornets, the thing that you've got to understand, every time you play them, they come to play basketball.
Clint Lake picking up his first personal foul, number 40, the Hornets, the team's fifth in this half. 5 minutes, 25 seconds remain. Still that 11-point lead for Tech Rock. Outside for 2 with a three-pointer.
That's a good hit by Kirk. He went down a little bit quickly here. A little worried about the knee or ankle, but he seems to be okay.
4-2 now has 7 points in the game. He's cut that Tech Rock lead down to 8.
Going to get a look on our replay. Here's Sinclair with the ball. It's being watched by Chief. 4-2 is going to come out from the baseline, turn square up, and let it fly.
Back down, live action here. The Hornets pick up the ball. Number 25, Kevin Chief, with 2 3-pointers on the baseline. Does a good thing to pull it back out. Gosselin now moves inside on Unger. They're getting over top of Unger, and he stands big and tall down there.
What we've got to understand, if we're Rob Gosselin, you've got to look at where you are and what's happening. You've got to stay out of there against Elliot Unger.
The ball's knocked away. Sinclair picks it up on the roll.
Good job by Kildonan East. They show a lot of hustle, Blair. Keep that ball alive.
Elliot Unger, number 11, took 3 steps to get inside, and he's called for the traveling violation.
What's got to happen here is Elliot Unger's got to make things a little bit easier for himself. You don't try to penetrate with the ball yourself. You get the ball to the wing, and you go down to the low post and set up. The wing will get you the ball.
6'6", Elliot Unger, an all-star performer. We have a profile of him coming up at the end of our first half here. But the thing to remember, they're only a grade 11 student, inexperienced a lot of times, going to come into some of those mistakes. Unger that time on the board and almost walked with it again.
Well, what we have is, once again, Kevin Chief looking at the basket. 3-point shot. The good-looking shot just didn't go down.
Sinclair now from 3-point range. He's strong on that one, and Chief was there in good position.
Good job by the Tech Rock Hornets, limiting the attack by Kildonan East to just the one shot.
Jason McDonald, 10, is subbed in the game for the Reavers, and he's got to follow Chief around the floor. There's a nice shot from Mangrahan.
Excellent job once again in the man-to-man situation. What's happening here for Tech Rock? There's a lot of one-on-one basketball going on right now. And right now, they're beating the Kildonan East Reavers one-on-one.
And 9 points for Lawrence Mangrahan, 31-21. Back to a 10-point lead for the Hornets. Darcy Savoy looks in, and Mangrahan's there with a steal.
That's a good job by Lawrence as he doubles down on the ball. Kildonan East got to understand, just as when Tech Block, as you see down here at the offensive end, they got to understand just how imposing a force Elliot Unger is inside the paint. Kildonan East, when they go down to the other end, they've got to understand just how quick the hands are of the Tech Block Hornets. They cannot play around with the ball, and when they're in the paint.
Kildonan East staying in that man-on-man defense, and there's a travel by Alexander. That's some quick players that Kildonan East has to guard one-on-one.
Well, that's basically what's happening right now, is the one-on-one game is going in favor of the Tech Block Hornets.
Ball's out of bounds off of Tech Block. Kevin Chief got a piece of that one, so the Reavers to inbound underneath the basket with 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the first half. 31-21, and Coach Wedlake looks on. Cannot be happy with things that have gone in this first half.
Well, Coach Wedlake isn't happy right now with the fact that he's looking at a 10-point deficit with 3 minutes left here in the first half. What we've got to understand, though, is as far as Kildonan East is concerned, they've got to just simply keep focused as to what they're doing. But that's, again, bad turnover by Elliot Unger.
Unger has the ball roll off his hands. Inside 3 minutes remaining as Tech Block brings the ball up. They've been in control since the 5-minute mark of this first quarter. Ball's tipped back out to them.
Good job here by Tech Block. They've got to show a lot of patience here, Blair.
Kevin Chief a long way away, but he can shoot from there, and he does. Does not get this one to go down, and Unger in position for the rebound.
Well, that time, that's the only shot thus far in the game that I'm going to try and take away from Kevin Chief. What we had to do at that particular time, we got a 10-point lead. Let's try and take some time off the clock.
Sinclair inside to Unger, and he goes up for 2.
Once again, just a little bit too easy. We've got to make sure that we make Kildonan East work a lot harder than that if we're Tech Block.
Unger with 4 points in the game, 31-23, 2 minutes, 10 seconds remain in the first half. Now we move inside, 2 minutes. Tech Block in possession, wearing the gold uniforms on your screen. Kildonan East sitting back now. And there's a steal from number 24. Just picking that one up is 4-2, and he loses it. Nice pass inside the lake, and he goes up strong, but it's ejected. Crisostomo there for 2.
A great defensive play by Elliot Unger. Good job by Elliot. He gets out of the way. He doesn't take the foul. It's a good job. But once again, the hustle and determination. Tech Block, they keep it alive, and Purdy hits from the baseline.
Crisostomo moves inside and picks up the 2 points. He has 7 in the game. Hornets back out front by 10. Unger with a little fingertip roll. Battles, and he goes right over top of Lake. And Elliot Unger will pick up his second personal foul.
Once again, as far as Kildonan East is concerned, you can't get it any better than that, Blair. What we've got to do, if we're Elliot Unger, we just have to concentrate, remain focused, and finish.
Minute 15 remaining in the first half. A 10-point lead. The Hornets have the ball and the lead.
Well, thus far, Blair, we've got an excellent first half played by the Tech Block Hornets. There's 1 minute and 7 left on the clock here in the first half. If I'm Greg Bouchard, I'm going for last shot.
Wesley Lavoie picking up his first personal foul, the team 6. If you just joined us, you are watching live action on Biddy Ann Special Programming Cable Channel 7 of the Provincial AAA High School Boys Basketball Semifinals. A little earlier in today's action, Vincent Massey has advanced to the final, and they will play the winner of this game between the White Sugar Kildonan East Reavers. The Tech Block Hornets, Crisostomo had some water or something on his hands. That ball just flew out into the hands of Gunnar Sinclair. So the Reavers come down as we move inside. 1 minute remaining here in this first half, and they trail by 10.
Well, as you mentioned, Purdy just simply lost the handle on that basketball. Oh, it looked like Tech Block was going to get the ball back. Might have gone off of Sean Wedlake there. Oh, pardon me, that's Adam.
50 seconds remaining. Shot from McDonald from the outside. Clint Lake gets up high to pull it down.
This time, we're going to get last shot.
Let's see if Tech Block will sit back here. Angeron drives inside, gets it to Ulrich Alexander, and he takes things back out. Very close to a 5-second call on Alexander. He looked from Angeron, and he was covered by Sinclair. Now down to 20 seconds remaining here. Could be right this time, Laurie. They might get that first, last shot away. Well, I shouldn't have spoke so soon. That old hex I put on him, the jinx.
Well, we've just not had anything going right in both of these games. Now we're under 10, and here we got Garnet Sinclair at the top with the ball, moves it around.
Bunbury with a shot, and that will run out the first half of play. I don't know what Alexander was doing, just sort of dropped it off, and McDonald had a chance to score. But with one half gone by, the Hornets lead by 10, 33-23.
Well, what we have is, as you mentioned, a 10-point lead by the Hornets. Not necessarily the best way to finish off the game, but they've got to be happy. You get a look on your screen there. We got Coach Wedlake is really working referee Kreitzer. He was pretty sure, and I have to agree, Bunbury was fouled after that shot. He was hit pretty hard, and what we've got to do is understand that as far as the Tech Block Hornets are concerned, it's a great first half of basketball for them. Kildonan East, major frustration. You get a look here on your screen, the Tech Block Hornets 33, Kildonan East 23, and we're going to be in for a whale of a second half here, Blair.
Well, we certainly will for that. Kildonan East is going to have to go back in and regroup, and one of the things they may look for is to try to post up number 11, Elliot Unger, and stay tuned for an all-star profile, the 6'6" Elliot Unger of the Kildonan East Reavers. All-star profile with Elliot Unger of the Kildonan East Reavers. Elliot averages 18 points a game, 15 rebounds, and 5 block shots. The amazing thing, he's in grade 11, and he stands 6'7". You got to be gunning for that provincial championships, Elliot.
Yeah, after the conference win, we figured we'd be in pretty good shape to go for the provincials, because we knew if we ended up third, we would get the first round bye. And we played St. John's once and we beat them, but it was a real tough game. And we haven't played Transcona yet, but if you let them run, I know they can score a lot of points at one time. If we get by there, hopefully we'll get to play Oak Park. I've wanted to play them all year, but we just haven't been able to. They're one seat ahead of us. They're at number 2 right now. And so hopefully we can make it to the Final Four and play them and see what happens from there.
Well, the Final Four would be a great thing. Last year the team won it. Any added pressure do you feel on the team this year?
Well, we are, people are expecting maybe more from us, because last year the team got upset in the conference final and they sort of came in as underdogs, and I think this year maybe teams might take us a bit more seriously, maybe prepare for us more, because we're number 3 going in this year, as opposed to last year I think they were number 8 or 9, so it's hard to say.
All right, you stand 6'7". You've been tall since day one. You got started in basketball that way, or is it some coach that brought you along?
Well, yeah, I've pretty much been tall since day one. To tell you the truth, I was in junior high. I was more of a volleyball player than anything. I came very close to going to Miles Mac in grade 10 just to go, because they're known for their volleyball program. But then I just decided to come here. And grade 10, we had a lot of success. We won our conference, and we finished up 5th in the provincials, and we finished the 28-10 record. And I played this summer with Manitoba and just sort of rolled from there.
When you start to have a lot of success in basketball, does that bring out other things? You start looking at what's happening at the university level and college in the States and those things. Does that interest you?
It interests me, but I try not to think about it until the off season, because I want to try and keep focused as much as possible on what we're trying to do here. And also, sometimes when things start to roll, you don't want to think too far ahead. Otherwise, the next game you'll go out and you'll bomb out. It'll be terrible.
If I was to ask Coach Wedlake about you as a player, how do you think he might describe you?
I think he described me as a team player. What's more important to me is the team, not what I get. Like, if I get 30 points in a game, I won't be happy unless we win. If I get 30 points and we lose, it's just like, well.
What kind of things? The team close to you? Do a lot of things on road trips or traveling, or do a lot of things together in a school?
Yeah, the team's really close. We went to Calgary earlier in the year, and we also spent a day in Grand Forks. We had a game out there, and these are really tough games. And we fared decently in Calgary. We lost to an American team by 3 points. We were down 20 in the second half at one point. And I think just games like that really brought the team together. And plus, everyone's got the common goal, because everyone wants to repeat from last year. So.
Ross Wedlake, coach of the Kildonan East Reavers, defending provincial champions. Added pressure this year?
I don't think so. I think it would have been if we had the same group back again, but we basically lost our starting 5 from last year, so it's a different group of kids, so I really don't think that there's any pressure. If anything, it's a positive because the ones who sat on the bench last year are now have an opportunity to, to play a major role, and so I think if anything, it's a very positive thing.
Well, one of the things I mentioned last year, you were ranked maybe 8th or 9th going to provincials, so nobody expected too much. This year, 3rd. Again, they might expect a little bit more. You won't pull those big upsets like last year?
That's very true. We've said that a number of times. We're not going to sneak up on anybody this year. And in many cases, too, we found a lot of people hoping for us last year because we hadn't won it before. But I think they're going to be hoping for the other teams this year and the other underdogs. So, we know that we're going to have to work very hard for it, but we feel very capable and we feel very confident about what we can do. We're in a good position. Our draw looks pretty solid, so one game at a time, we'll take it.
Talk a little bit about Elliot Unger for a minute.
Great kid. Like, probably the best thing about him is you could see how tall he was standing next to you, but very mobile as a person. Like, often you see young kids that big in grade 11 who are very immobile, lacking in coordination, but he's really very mobile, runs the floor very well, very coordinated, and basically it really listens well. He's one of those kids that really likes to be coached. When you talk to him, you really get the idea that he really wants to listen and learn from you, you know what I mean? So I think his attitude, that we've talked about it a lot, is going to carry him a long way, and his skills are going to only get better as he matures physically and plays more.
It's going to be a great feeling for you. You win it last year, you come back this year, ranked 3rd in the province, and yet you have maybe 5 or 6 different players and they're playing just as well.
Yeah, I think that's what makes high school basketball coaching so exciting, is you deal with a different group every year, and there are new challenges of working with different kids and trying to get them together to form mold a unit and whatever, and that's what, to me, keeps me at it, because I think if you had the same group every year, things would be a lot more predictable. But we feel very, as I said, very good about ourselves, and we're happy in the position we're in right now.
All right, good luck to you as you look for number 2.
Thank you very much.
What's a typical day like for a high school basketball star?
Nothing different than anyone else. People say things like, there's the big star and all this, but don't think about it. It's normal. Everyone treats you pretty much the same.
Any special attention in the classroom, or is it maybe a little tougher? Some of the teachers are looking for you for a little bit more.
No, they're usually pretty straightforward, although I'll always come in here and sometimes I'll just have my jeans on, and you got to be dressed out to shoot hoops in the gym, and they'll look at me and they'll say, Elliot, you got to set an example, and they won't let me play because I have my jeans on, and I usually don't have any shorts with me, so.
What other things go on in the school? You got basketball, of course, your regular classes. Are you involved in anything else?
Well, there's a Letterman's meeting that the school, or Letterman's club, pardon me, that the school runs, and basically what it is, it's just all the athletes who play in all the different sports. There's an executive, and we get together about once a month and have a meeting and just discuss things, give reports on how all the other teams are doing, and you plan special events, and at the end of the year we always have a banquet, and we hand out awards for all the different sports, and it's really a nice thing to have just at the end of the year, sort of sum everything up.
A few days, basketball season will be over. What comes up the next 3 months? So sort of a letdown, or you got other programs involved with?
No, it's not a letdown. I get 2 or 3 weeks vacation, I suppose, and then I start with their regional juvenile program. And right after that, we go right into provincial, plus 2 spring leagues on top of that. So I'll be pretty filled up for.
Great. Well, congratulations to you and good luck to your team.
Thanks a lot.
At 7-inch center of the Kildonan East Reavers in an all-star profile.
Now with me at courtside here is Angie Kapek, a member of the Dakota Lancers basketball.
Laurie, both teams now set to come back on the floor. 10-point lead for the Hornets, number 10 ranked team in this 12-team tournament coming in. Tech Box shooting 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Only 5 team fouls. Both sides relatively a foul-free first half.
Once again, just as you mentioned in the first game, the officials are letting them play. We see Kildonan East 16 fouls, 4 for 6 from the foul line. Both officials letting the teams play. We've seen that here 2 nights in a row, and that's what it should be. It's got to be up to the students here on the floor to decide who's going to be in the final game.
Kildonan East wearing the white uniforms as they trail by 10 as we get set for second half action just underway here at the University of Winnipeg Athletic Center. And you are watching this game live on VSP Cable Channel 7. That's Video on Special Programming Television. Nice little push off there from Bunbury, who gets it back, and he's fouled down low.
Well, first of all, Tech Vaughan, once again, they come out really tough man-to-man. As you mentioned, Bunbury got away with a push there.
Lawrence Mangron picking up his first personal foul, the team's first of this half, going to the line for the Kildonan East Reavers, number 21, R.B. Bunbury. Bunbury unsuccessful in that first free throw. His team is now 4 for 7 in the game.
Tech Vaughan's going to have to box out here, Blair.
Successful on both of those, and the ball out of bounds. So the Reavers get an opportunity to go score once again.
It's a good job by Tech Vaughan. Unfortunately, once again, for Tech Vaughan, Elliot Younger, as you look in the crowd, we've got the girls from Dakota here taking in this action.
Ball comes loose, and Kevin Chief picks it up for the Hornets. Kevin Chief across the midcourt line, number 25, a grade 10 student out of Isaac Newton Junior High School, and he hit 2 3-pointers, had a couple other close opportunities that first half.
Well, in terms of Kevin, as we mentioned right at the beginning of this game, he's got to look to score. Here he goes on the baseline, hits it through. That's a good start for Kevin. Good start for the Tech Vaughan Hornets.
Kevin Chief with 13 points in the game. 35-23. Tech Vaughan enjoying their largest lead of the game. Pass inside. Bedard gets it Unger for 2 points.
That's a good job. Once again, Elliot Unger came across. Excellent move. He keeps Clint Lake on his hip, gets the ball inside, goes up and scores. That's what Coach Wedlake wants from the Kildonan East Reavers.
Unger now with 6 points in the game. Clint Lake drives inside, loses it, gets it back, gets Unger up off his feet, puts it in for 2.
That's a great move by Clint Lake.
Lake now with 8 points. It's back to that 12-point lead for the Hornets. Travel ball, turnover for the Hornets.
Once again, Tech Vaughan doing an excellent job. They got to make sure that they come down here, read the situation. No fast break here. Let's set down. Let's set up. Let's run some set half-court man-to-man offense.
Kildonan East staying in that man-on-man pressure. Chris Ostomo going down, number 25, Adam Wedlake. Gets it back to Lake. Unger comes out to challenge him. Mangron drives, goes up high, hits it for 2. It's a 14-point Hornet lead.
That's a great job by Clint Lake. That time he read the situation. He wanted to go. He wanted to go badly, but he saw the position that Elliot Unger was in. Best thing that he did is just simply moved it inside.
Mangron with 11 points in the game. 7 minutes, 49 seconds remaining. 39-25. Things are going in favor of Tech Vaughan.
We're going to get a look here on our replay. You got to watch Clint Lake here for the Tech Vaughan Hornets. Takes a move, he kind of loses the handle, then he gets everybody up in the air and scoops underneath, playing with an awful lot of confidence here, the Tech Vaughan Hornets.
Inside to Unger. Unger goes up with a short jumper, doesn't get to go. Wedlake's there. The ball's taken away by Chris Ostomo.
It's a good job by Wedlake, crashing on the offensive boards. Once again, though, if you're Kildonan East, you can't bring the ball down inside there.
You're wondering about that Wedlake name. He is related to Coach Ross Wedlake. That's his uncle Ross, but his father is another basketball sort of institution, and that's Bill Wedlake, head coach of the University of Winnipeg Westman.
Well, right here, of course, as you mentioned, Bill and Ross Wedlake, very prominent names here in Manitoba basketball. And as far as Bill is concerned, his 2 sons, Adam and Sean, playing for Uncle Ross right now. Uncle Ross is not happy.
There's 7 minutes remaining here in quarter number 3. A 14-point lead. We can make it 16 as Elric hits from the outside. Elric Alexander with his first 2 points, and the Reavers call time.
Elric Alexander, his first 2 points of the game, but you or I could have made that one, Blair. Uncontested on the baseline. Once again, not moving. We're going to have a look here. You're going to see a good move here. Good steal by Kevin Chief. Kevin Chief heads up, coming down the floor, looking to score. Good quick job by the Tech Vaughan Hornets. Uncontested once again. Kildonan East has got to start some movement defensively. They're standing around. Now we're going to go into the Tech Vaughan huddle right now with Coach Martin.
Right, okay. Excuse me.
here. First time down now. Okay, the ball's going to go to Ulrich. It's going to come. Ulrich, good.
What we're trying to do here, Coach Martin, he wants a lot of motion. What they're doing is they're using Ulrich Alexander.
You're the safety on that
he's
then.
Going
Lawrence
through,
goes,
and
you're
what
the
he's
safety.
bringing, of course, is bringing all of the Kildonan East Reavers with him. They're playing, what's happening right now is it's really going in Tech Block's favor. We've got one man-on-man basketball, and Tech Block is just too quick for the Kildonan East Reavers.
Video on special programming, cable channel 7 has this live presentation. The number 10th ranked team in this 12-team tournament, the Tech Block Hornets, are dominating the 3rd ranked Kildonan East Reavers. The girls draw held true to form. Number 1 and 2 come out of it. They advance to the finals tomorrow night. We'll have Kelvin, number 1 ranked team against Dakota. On the boys' side, number 1 team Crocus Plains, we saw them upset by number 5 Vincent Massey in our earlier game. And now here, the 10th ranked Hornets have a chance to upset the 3rd ranked Reavers.
Well, what we have, of course, the Hornets being ranked number 10, they've been very successful this year. They've had some success in some major tournaments, and although they kind of went at a bit of a fade there down the stretch, as a result of that, they've had to play together, and I think it's really benefited the team, Blair.
Of course, we saw them a few weeks earlier in the WIT tournament where they won a big game over the Crocus Plainsmen from Brandon. There's a quick pass up to Mangaron. He puts on the brakes and a great job to knock that one away from Bedard. But the ball remained in favor of the Tech Block Hornets.
It's a good job by number 40, Clint Lake, once again with the steal. We get a look at Coach Wedlake. Once again, the Kildonan East Reavers, when they're inside the paint offensively, they've got to get the ball up above their heads. They're keeping it down around their knees where the people from Tech Block can get it.
Mangaron now, that one step gets it back out to Alexander inside. 6 minutes remaining here in this 3rd quarter, and a foul on number 12, Paul Bedard, and he will pick up his first personal foul, the team's first of this half.
Well, that's an excellent job. If we can get a replay there of that last offensive sequence, you can see what Coach Martin wants. What happens is Alec Alexander, he's going through on the baseline. He draws everyone with him, and what we end up with is one-on-one on the weak side. What we have is Lawrence Mangaron one-on-one with number 12, Bedard. You're going to have the look through. We're here right now, as we can see. We have 8 people on the far side of the floor. The ball's going to come back against the Mangaron. Here we got a one-on-one situation. Tech Block's too quick. What's going to happen is we're going to have to see a lot more movement defensively by the Kildonan East Reavers, or they're going to be going home.
Mangaron hits that first free throw, makes the second one, so we are up to an 18-point lead for the Hornets.
Good job by Tech Block. The one thing that they're going to have to do, 18-point lead with 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, they have to remain focused, Blair.
Once again, they look inside number 11, Elliot Unger. They can't get him the ball. They're not doing much else on the outside, and there's another steal. This time a foul on number 31, Alric Alexander.
Oh, we got Coach Bouchard up on this one, and I have to agree with him this time. The contact took place after the ball was already stripped. I don't like that call either, Greg. The ball's going to come around here, and what's going to happen is Kildonan East, once again, they're going to keep the ball too low. They're going to lose the handle. That steal is already gone. I'm sorry. I have to agree with Coach Bouchard. I don't think that was a good call.
Well, I'll disagree with you, Laurie. I saw the contact just as the ball was coming out. The advantage gained by Tech Block, so the ball comes back to the Reavers. And that's basically what happens at home with refereeing. One team is on one side, one team on the other. You see it both ways. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in this 3rd quarter. All Tech Block as they've outscored Kildonan East 12-2.
Once again, Kirk for 2 at the top uncontested three-pointer. Not a bad shot, but at this time in the game, we might want to get that ball down inside.
Ball thrown away and a back over center violation. No, they got a touch off of Bunbury, so that ball remains in possession there.
Tech Block has got to keep moving offensively, Blair.
Crisostomo takes that one step and goes up again.
Mangaron is on fire.
He has 15 points in the game for number 10, Lawrence Mangaron, and it's a 20-point lead for the Hornets.
Once again, what we have is a situation where we're no longer playing team basketball. We're playing one-on-one, and that plays in the favor. That's going to be a block. No. Oh, yes, it's going to be a block. That's a good call by referee Morphy.
Number 10, Lawrence Mangaron. I'll agree with you there, Laurie. Picks up his second personal foul. The team's 4th of this half. Coach Wedlake looks on, and whatever he's tried, it just has not worked in tonight's game.
Well, offensively, as Coach Wedlake mentioned in the timeout, we can't get any better shots. We're getting the ball inside where we're taking 2- and 3-foot shots. They just haven't gone down. The thing that's hurt Kildonan East offensively is prior to getting that ball in there, very often what they do is they bring the ball down around their knees. You've got to keep the basketball up.
Courteau misses both. Unger gets the ball back, and twice he's ball checked. But the second time, number 55, Owen Price, and a very dejected-looking KE bench.
Well, what we saw right there, and if we can get a replay once again out of the truck from there, perfect example of what we're saying. We've got Elliot Unger at 6'6" player, and he's got the ball down where Owen Price, who's maybe 5'8", is getting a good shot. He got 2 good shots at the ball. We're going to get a replay here. You're going to get for you folks at home. We've got Kildonan East right now. Here comes the replay. We just got the tail end of it. But what we have once again is we have Elliot Unger at 6'6". Get the ball up above your head.
Courteau tried a three-pointer. The ball comes away as Kevin Chief drives. Nice pass there to number 53, Chrysostomo.
Good hustle by Lawrence.
Bumbry now goes to the other end and can't get it to go down.
What we have there is a situation just caused by Lawrence Mangron as he just simply tried to outrace both the ball and Bumbry.
47-25. You see the score on your screen. Total domination by the Tech Rock Hornets. There's a steal by Sinclair. Sinclair tries to go coast to coast, and he'll be called with a charge.
Well, that's going to bring Coach Wedlake up, and I agree this time. I'll tell you, with Coach Wedlake, that is not a charge.
And I'll have to agree with you there, Laurie. Number 55, Price, was moving out of the way, and there's a technical foul. No, pardon me. I just thought there might be with all the action going on, but the referee's keeping things in control.
In that situation there, it was a no call.
Kevin Chief now at the free throw line outside. One more. Mangron for 3.
An excellent third quarter here by the Tech Rock Hornets as they are completely dismantling the Kildonan East Reavers.
They have doubled the Hornets. Pardon me, the Hornets have doubled the Reavers 50-25. Just 3 minutes and 20 seconds remain, and only 2 points scored in this third quarter by the Reavers.
What we've got to do, however, as I mentioned before, back when we had the 15-point lead, we're the Tech Rock Hornets. We've got to remain focused here. Don't get caught up in ourselves. There's an example of what I'm trying to talk about, Blair. There's no need for Ferdy to take that 3-point shot. No need at all. What we do is we take a bad shot, we take it out of sync, we end up with a foul. We got 3 minutes left. The clock is now on our side. Let's make sure we move the ball. Let's make Kildonan East play basketball.
Kildonan East Reavers trail by 25 with 3 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. Very dejected bench we saw earlier from the Kildonan East side. Nothing is going right. Inside Unger, and he travels. Oh, they're going to call the foul down low.
No, that was a great job. That's what Kildonan East has to do. Great pick and roll. Great pick and roll. I guess we're going to go back to this charge. Here we have the steal. Kevin Chief. Now here we have. Down we come. And there's what we've got. We got Lawrence Mangron. He's backing up already.
Lawrence Mangron picking up his third personal foul, the team's 7th. Coach Bouchard and Martin look on, very happy about what they've seen, and there is only point number 3 in this third quarter, and point 4 as Elliot Unger hits 2 free throws.
Now we're going to see some pressure here from Kildonan East.
50-27, a 23-point lead for the Hornets. They try to post up Lake, they get him on Unger, and he drives inside. Unger, though, goes up hard for that rebound.
It's a good job by the Hornets getting the ball down inside to Clint Lake. He's got to remember, though, he's playing against 6'6".
Donald tries to step inside. We've got Unger grabbing that one, but a jump ball called before. Arrow in favor of the Hornets.
Well, this last 2 minutes here for Kildonan East, they've got to work hard. What they've got to understand is they can't get it all back on one shot there. They just have to work extremely hard. That's what Coach Wedlake was asking them to do in the first half.
minutes, 10 seconds remaining here. Clint Lake from the outside, and he hits for 2.
Well, that just about sums up the way that things are going for the Tech Block Hornets. Clint Lake, extremely athletic, but not one of the bigger scorers in the basketball scene this year, but he's doing a great job.
Clint Lake has 8 points. Unger and Lake battle for the boards, and the Hornets come away with it.
It's a great job down at this end by Clint Lake as he keeps the ball free.
52-27. Again, total domination by the Hornets. Shot from the outside from Ramirez.
Once again, looking at a shot that shouldn't be taken there by Tech Block. They've only done it twice so far here in the third quarter with this big lead, and right now it hasn't hurt them.
Derwin Ramirez will pick up that foul, and that will be his first personal foul and the team's third.
What Derwin's got to do is, we're getting a good job here by Coach Bouchard. Take Derwin aside here and saying, look at the clock. We don't have to score. Let's look at the time. What we've got to do is let's just simply play some basketball.
I'd like to go into the fourth quarter up 23, not up 21.
Okay, we catch the last bit there. Once again, good coaching job by Coach Bouchard that time. I want to go in with a 23-point lead after three-quarter time, not 21, so let's not throw the ball away.
They can hold on to it, and Coach Wedlake talks to Bunbury there, said to him, come on, we've got to get that ball inside. At the line, number 22, Garnet St. Clair. He hits the first of 2 free throws.
Fouls for Tech Block we don't want because Kildonan East with Garnet St. Clair scoring points with that clock stopped there.
23-point lead for the Hornets.
What we need right now for Tech Block is take some time off the clock, execute down here at the offensive end, get a good one.
1:10 remaining here in the third quarter. The Hornets in possession. Chris Ostomo goes up for the shot. Doesn't get it, and Unger gets a loose ball.
Got a situation here once again. Purdy, that's a bad shot.
Inside, a minute remaining. Inside to Unger. He gets Lake off the ground and moves in for 2.
A good job by Elliot Unger. We now have 6 points here in a row by the Kildonan East Reavers.
52-31, a 21-point lead for the Hornets. 40 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Tech Block going to take some time off the clock. Pretty sure with 35 seconds here, Coach Martin's going to want him to go for the last shot.
30 seconds now remain. Number 25, Chief. They got the ball out high.
It's a good job by Tech Block. Starting to back
20.
it up too far.
Then the Chief takes it down. We move now inside 15. Chief just back out to Ramirez.
Good
Inside
job by
10.
Kevin.
Here they go. Trying to get it inside to Chris Ostomo. The travel ball remains in possession of the Hornets.
That's a good job by Tech Block. 49 seconds they managed to burn. They haven't scored, but that's 49 seconds that are gone.
Just 3 seconds remain in this third quarter. 52-31. The Hornets in control. Ramirez from 3-point range, well out. Crisostomo tried to throw it up, and again, he might have a little bit of grease on his hands as that ball just flies out.
Well, what we have is a situation there where Purdy, all he had to do was simply just catch the ball. We're going to go into the Kildonan East huddle here with Coach Ross Wedlake.
A little bit of intensity there in the last few minutes. Let's run the floor, too, right? If you're tired, tell me. But let's run the floor. I want to see you running up ahead of everybody, right? Nobody jogs the floor. Run the floor. And let's get up and play some people defensively. I like that at the last time. You're right out on him. Hey, making him work to get the ball. That's good. Now, come on, we got to get that spark going. Now, listen, the biggest thing we have in our favor, maybe the only thing right now, is we're already shooting the bonus. So what does that mean? Go to the basket with the ball. Go to the basket with the ball. And let's stop the clock, and then that's good for us. One thing we have to the basket.
They're going to start chasing us, which means we got to go through, because that means they got a long chase, and you run them off picks, okay? So if you pass the ball, Lawrence, feel free to go through once in a while, okay?
Smart. Right here. Right here. Come on, guys. 10 minutes. Play tough. Ready? Defense. Hey, dominate the board. All right.
Well, here we have Coach Wedlick. He knows with 10 minutes left, he wants his players to run the floor. He wants them to take the ball to the hole. As he mentioned, the Tech Block Hornets are over the limit. Kildonan East is in the bonus situation. He wants to score. He also wants to score when the clock is stopped. As far as Tech Block is concerned, they know that right now this is going to be their type of basketball game, and what they've got to do is they've got to move. They've got to keep moving all the time.
The arrow possession in favor of the Hornets, so they'll get it back. Shot from McDonald. Chrysostomo up nice and high to pull it down.
Good job once again by Tech Block, allowing Kildonan East only a one-shot opportunity.
Tech Block in the gold uniforms going against the Reavers in white. 52-31, 9.5 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Again, the Hornets try to be patient, but a tough pass there from Ramirez. Mangrum not able to hold on to it. Now foul on number 15, Ramirez.
Excellent job by Sinclair, once again taking the ball to the hole, just as Coach Wedlake asked. Now what's going to happen, of course, we're going to have Sinclair go to the foul line here, shoot the bonus.
At the line, number 22, Garnet Sinclair, and he will shoot the bonus.
We're going to have a look here on our replay. We inbound the ball. Garnet Sinclair, he's heading right to the hoop right now. Good job by Garnet. He picks up the foul. He's going to go to the line, get a chance to score, while once again, importantly, the clock is stopped.
9 minutes, 16 seconds remain. 21 points, the Reavers behind.
Good job by Kildonan East once again, executing as Coach Wedlake would want them to. There's a lot of time left here, Blair.
Sinclair making the first one. Does not get the second one, but it comes back to Bumbury. Bumbury goes up, can't get it to go. Unger challenging for it, it goes to Lavoie, and Clint Lake has position off of him out of bounds.
A good job by Lake. Ball's going to go over to Kildonan East, though.
20-point lead, they get the ball to Unger, and he loses control. Number 10, Jason McDonald's there to hold on to it. 1 minute gone by in this fourth quarter. Shot from Sinclair. Good position there by Alexander.
That's a great blockout by Alexander. That's what the Hornets are going to have to do.
Tech Block now leading by 20, come down the floor. Kevin Chief was sitting down. He'll be coming back into this game at the next possession of the Hornets. Alexander looking for Chrysostomo on the cut, goes up over Sinclair, not get the roll, and Unger pulls it down. Lake slaps it away, but Unger gets it back.
Good job by the Hornets once again.
Sinclair going right down, loses control, and then dishes back out. Unger from way out. Bumbury gets up high and puts it in for two.
Once again, good job by both teams.
52-34, an 18-point lead for the Hornets. 8 minutes remaining here in quarter number 4.
Bumbury doing an excellent job on Mangron right now.
The man on pressure. There's Unger and Lake. They've been going at it all game. Unger drives inside. The foul on the hold as he stepped over the foot of number 11, Elliot Unger.
Good first step by Clint Lake that time. Here we go. Here in your replay, we're going to see Garnet Sinclair. He's going to the hole. He loses possession of the ball. Elliot Unger at the foul line lets it go. Good inside move by Bumbury as he gets that offensive opportunity. Once again, imperative for Tech Block that they allow Kildonan East only a single shot.
That last KE foul coming to number 10, Jason McDonald. Shot. Lake getting up with Unger. The arrow in favor of the Hornets. No, I think, I'm not sure what the arrow. Yes, the arrow's in favor of the Hornets, so they will inbound from the side.
Once again, Lawrence has got to understand we got a situation here where we're going to have to take a little more time here.
See what they call here. The arrow is in favor of Tech Block, so they should get the ball.
Kildonan East had the ball to start the fourth quarter. It's Tech Block basketball.
Tech Block does get the ball, and they inbound with 7:45 remaining here in quarter number 4. Hornets up by 18.
Time for Tech Block to show a little more patience than they are at the offensive end.
Chrysostomo for 2, and no patience, but it counts.
No, I want to score.
Crisostomo with 11 points in tonight's game. McDonald looks inside. Bunbury goes up and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Once again, what we're going to have to do, we look at the foul situation here. Kildonan East with 19 fouls. They're 8 for 14 from the line. 9 of those 9 fouls, 3 of them are here in the second half. As far as the Tech Fox Hornets are concerned, as Coach Wedlake mentioned in his timeout, he said one thing going for us, maybe the only thing right now. Tech Fox got 13 team fouls, and they're in the bonus situation right now, Kildonan East, because of that.
Bunbury hits from the free throw line, make that 9 of 15. For the Reavers. The Reavers trail by 16 with 7:20 to go here in quarter number 4.
Good job by Kildonan East. They're starting to play a lot better than they have thus far in the game. As far as Tech Rock is concerned, I still like to see a little bit more patience down here at the offensive end. Although they are executing, they are moving.
Gosselin gets it back to Chief. He drives inside and takes the shot over top Unger for 2.
Good job by Kevin Chief.
Chief with 15 points in the game. Unger with a travel ball. Turnover for the Hornets.
Things still going Tech Fox way with just under 7 minutes here left in the game. They enjoy a 20-point lead, 56-36.
Still, Kildonan East in that man-on-man defense, and they've got to play tough here. They have to get that ball away from the Hornets. Chief goes up again. This time he gets a kiss off the glass for 2.
Well, that about sums it up. Everything going right for Tech Fox. That ball didn't have a prayer when it left Kevin Chief's hand.
A little bit of cool from the outside. So Lavoie takes a shot, and Chief is right there.
Once again,
2-point lead.
Pardon me, Blair, but we've got Kildonan East. They've got to get in sync a little bit better offensively. They're starting to fire from the three-point line, and they don't have to yet. They could still be pumping the ball down inside.
Tech Fox, 22-point lead. Kevin Chief moves in again. This time Unger's up there, but Chief is going to be able to get it back.
Once again, Tech Fox show a little bit more patience.
Down inside, 6 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Alexander out to Lake. Clint Lake is going to throw one from out. Doesn't get it to go, and Unger has it partially deflected, and he throws the ball away. Back over center, though, as Chief was on all 3 points on one side and then dove across to the other.
We got, once again, little talk there with Clint Lake. We got Coach Bouchard directing traffic. They're going to want you to take that shot, Clint. Don't.
Inside to Unger. Nice job of posting up by Unger, but he doesn't get the go. Gets his own rebound and goes up over top of Lake for 2.
That's a good job by Elliot Unger. First of all, excellent seal inside. He got the ball. It didn't go for him, but once again, the second shot opportunity, and he makes it good.
Unger with 12 points in the game. Back to a 20-point Hornet lead. Down to 5 minutes, 15 seconds remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Well, with only 3 team fouls, what we're going to have to do now, we're getting down to the 5-minute mark. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to start fouling here if we're Kildonan East. We need the ball.
Kildonan East coming out high. Bunbury on top of Chief. Now Lavoie challenging Alexander. They try to get it to Lake and out of bounds. But it's going to call it off of KE, so it's going to go into possession of the Hornets.
That's going to be Tech Fox ball. It was a tip.
Unger cannot believe that one as he looks on. Coach Wedlake in the same mode. What is happening to his team out there?
I want time.
We got Tech Fox here once again. Kildonan East is going to have to come up high. They're going to have to really start going for the ball now. They're going to have to start fouling, Blair.
Coach Wedlake is calling, I want a timeout, I want a timeout. But he does not have the ball, so he's not able to get one. Crisostomo now hands it back to Chief. Chief from three-point range, and he hits another one.
Oh, that could be the final nail in the coffin here. We got Coach Wedlake. He wants to get down. He wants a timeout.
We have got that timeout from the Kildonan East Reavers, but they trail by 23 points.
23 points, 4.5 minutes left in the game. That last three-pointer by Kevin Chief could be a biggie here. Coach Wedlake is still talking with...
Why couldn't he have the other one? Why couldn't he have the timeout? Well, we told him
Wedlake still a little bit upset here. He wanted that timeout a lot earlier. We're going to the huddle right now with Coach Wedlake.
Ball like that last time, like our 11, and we got to get somebody running that lane. Pardon me? I don't think we're going to, it's too big a floor. Too big a floor. But basically what is 11? We're doubling the ball, right? But you got to rotate. If somebody leaves to go and double the ball, you got to get out and play some zone. And listen, we got to go to the hoop with the ball and stop the clock. We got to go to the hoop with the ball. But suck it up. This is the last shot we got at here. We've got enough time in theory, but it's got to be like unbelievable intent. I want to give you a moment here to suck it up a bit, but we got to get out and double the ball. We got to go to the hoop.
Here on the replay, we're going to get a look as Kildonan East moving the ball. They leave Kevin Chief all alone, and he just drains it. That, as I mentioned, Blair, could be the final nail in the Kildonan East coffin. What we have here is Coach Wedlake offensively. He doesn't want three-pointers, two-pointers. He wants the Kildonan East Reavers to take the ball to the hole. What we have is they're in the bonus situation. He wants to score when the clock is stopped. As far as Tech Rock is concerned, they're going to just have to show some extreme patience. They're going to have to move the ball. More importantly, personnel is going to have to move because Kildonan East on the defensive end, they're going to try and double up the ball at every opportunity.
Well, if you're enjoying this action here as that ball goes to Clint Lake and Tech Rock has the turnover, stay tuned with us tomorrow night on video on special programming cable channel 7 as we will have the finals of high school basketball. The girls final of Dakota and Kelvin. The boys final, we know Vincent Massey, and looks very much like Tech Rock at this stage of the game.
Well, if we end up with a Vincent Massey Tech Rock final, there's nobody in basketball Manitoba that would have picked these two to be in the final for the 1991 provincial title.
$1 bet on those odds in the season would have brought you big bucks in Vegas, Larry. Kevin Chief loses the ball, but Bunbury will pick up the foul.
Once again, that doesn't hurt Kildonan East. They still have 3 to give, Blair. What we had right there, Kevin Chief head down, dribbling the ball. We don't want that. That's probably one of the, for me, that's the only mistake that Kevin Chief has made the entire game. What he's got to do is he's got to keep his head up. He's got to look for other people. If he's doubled, somebody's got to be open.
Bunbury picking up his first personal foul, and again, a lot of pressure. Kildonan East has to continue to apply pressure on the Hornets.
Everybody in a gold jersey has got to keep moving, got to keep looking at the basketball.
Double team, they will get the ball away again. Kildonan East comes away with it. Take it to the hoop as Bunbury drives inside, uncontested for 2.
That's a good job by Bunbury. First of all, working hard. He gets the steal, then he takes the ball right to the hole. Good job by Bunbury.
10 points in the game for RB Bunbury. 61-40, a 21-point lead. And there's a steal by Unger. Nice pass off to Sinclair, and he goes up for 2. And the Reavers scoring quickly, and the ball's taken away again. Bunbury drives inside. The ball is hit back out. We got a timeout now by the Hornets.
It's a good job, first of all, by the Kildonan East Reavers. They execute just what Coach Wedlake wanted. At the same time, that's a good timeout by the Tech Rock coaching staff, because as we can see, the Hornets starting to get a little riled.
Don't let them back in, all right? These are areas to stay out of. There, 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 and there.
We're going to get a replay on the screen here. This is just what Coach Wedlake wants. We've got Bell puts the ball down on the floor, Alexander, and Bunbury take it to the hole. That's a good job. Elric Alexander, what he's got to do is we don't want you necessarily to dribble the ball. What we want to do, keep your head up. As you can see right here for Coach Bouchard, what he's done here is he's marked off the areas which he wants his team to stay out of.
You got to push it through the middle of the floor, Ferdinand. You got it. Push it through the middle. Push it there, and guard. Go grab it off him. What do we got here? 3-10. Come on. Hey, don't let him back in the game. We got 3 timeouts, guys. Okay? Hey, let's be smart.
Okay, the big thing is once again with Coach Bouchard,
play smart.
He's letting them know we got to play smart. They're the team that has to score, not us. He's diagrammed on his clipboard there. You've got to stay out of the corners. Don't let the Kildonan East Reavers defensively use the sidelines to box you in. I want the ball in the middle of the floor. I want a lot of motion, and I want us to play smart. Let's take our time.
Tech Rock Hornets leading 61-42. Try to get that pass, and Savoy knocks it out of bounds. 3 minutes, 2 seconds remain here in quarter number 4.
Well, what we've got to do, as we mentioned, if we're Tech Rock, we've got to show a lot of composure right now.
Bunbury, pressure on Chief. Again, there'll be hands all over the Hornets players at this stage of the game.
Keep the ball in the middle of the floor. Keep the ball moving. Ferdy, you got to get out of the corner there.
Just the ball back in the middle, as you mentioned. Here they go again. Double team, and we've got a foul there, number 13. Darcy Lavoie will pick up his second personal foul.
Once again, Alexander has to understand he cannot hold the basketball. He must keep the ball moving.
2 minutes, 47 seconds remaining, the 15 foul, so still another 2 to give before the Hornets go to the bonus line.
It's a good job by Lawrence. Once again, Elric get the ball out of there. Good try there by Fortu. Kirk almost stole that ball. Once again, we're getting caught in the corners, Tech-Voc. We got to stay out of the corners.
Fortu got a hand on that one.
We got assistant coach Joel Themin here. Looking on is trying to get the Kildonan East. Here we go, Kildonan East. Great job by Elliot Unger.
Good steal up to Bunbury. Bunbury's going to take it to the hole again on Lake. He goes up for 2 points.
It's a good job by Kildonan East.
Bunbury with 12 points in the game, and Unger almost comes away with another steal. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. 17-point lead for the Hornets.
Good job here, Kevin Chief, once again.
Bunbury will pick up his second personal foul, the team's 6th, though the Reavers still have 1 more to give before Coach Wedlake's team will send the Hornets to the bonus line.
Well, what we have is that time we had Kevin Chief. He killed his dribble, and then he's calling for the rest of his teammates to come towards him. What happens here is, once again, as we mentioned, if we're in a gold jersey, we have to keep moving. We have to keep the basketball in sight. Birdie's got to get out of the corner. Good job. Elric Alexander, we don't have to score.
We're taking that out. He had the uncontested layup and then just lost it.
Great ball check that time by Kirk Fortu.
Fortu now 24, gives it back to Sinclair. Inside 2 minutes, Sinclair from 3-point range. And Alexander pulls down the board.
Once again, Tech-Voc, keep the ball moving. Get it over center. You don't have to attack the hole, Ferdy.
Ferdy goes in, and he hits for 2. It's back to a 19-point lead. But Tech-Voc would like to run some time off that clock, Corey.
Once again, here comes Kildonan East.
Bunbury steps inside, trying to draw the foul, not able to do so, and Chrysostomo pulls it down.
That's a great job by Clint Lake. He would have gone up any other time and tried to block that shot. That time he didn't. He'll give Bunbury the 2 points.
19-point lead for the Hornets, a minute 19 remaining in this 4th quarter.
We got some very important shots coming up here right now. I believe it's Kevin Chief that's going to go to the foul line. Kevin nails... If Kevin nails both of these, we could be in big trouble here, I should say Kildonan East. We're going to run out of time.
Coach Bouchard sending in number 5, Sundaraj. At the line to shoot the bonus, number 25, Kevin Chief of the Tech-Voc Hornets.
Important shot here for Kevin. Excellent job. Kevin Chief has played himself one heck of a ball game.
Oh, the big M. Morris Glimsher, the executive director of the Manitoba High School Athletic Association, sitting up in his private booth.
His private booth here at the University of Winnipeg. Glimsher under glass. It's one of the most expensive things you can order on the menu here.
It certainly is. Shot from the outside, a 3-point play.
Good job by the Hornets. The Hornets are going into the final here.
Number 24, Forteau, gets it back out to Sinclair. He steps inside, goes up for the 2. It's just Unger now gets the own rebound, and they get to Forteau again. He takes it out. He's going to shoot up a 3-pointer. But no matter what happens here, the Hornets will move on with just 50 seconds remaining in this semifinal. The Tech-Voc Hornets will challenge the Vincent Massey Trojans for basketball supremacy in the high schools of the AAA.
Good job by Tech-Voc. They're just simply going to run it out.
Kevin Chief for 3-pointer from the outside.
That's Kevin Chief with an exclamation mark. He's letting everybody know he's ready. He's going to come back here. He's going to play tomorrow. As you see in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, on the time remaining in this game, and Tech-Voc is going into the provincial final.
Clint Lake pulls that board down, just 15 seconds remaining. They dish the ball out, just have to bring the ball across the midcourt line, and it's all over. Kevin Chief able to do that. Fouled on the play. Coach Wedlake doing the classy thing, going to get some of his grade 12s to come into the game to play in this provincial semifinal.
Well, what we've got is, as you mentioned, Coach Redlake's going to empty the bench here. But you get a look, Coach Bouchard, Tech Vaughan Hornets, they've done an excellent job finishing fourth in that real tough City North Conference behind Elmwood and Daniel and St. John's. And then they've come up with some big wins here. First of all, we saw them get past Mennonite Brethren in the wild card game just to get into the tournament, ranked number 10. Then from there, they moved on and defeated Mennonite Brethren in the Tech Vaughan Regional. Then we saw our second last telecast here on video on the game that was the real big win for them. That was defeating the number 2 Oak Park Raiders. And now here they're going to beat number 3, and they're going to go into the provincial final, Blair.
Tech Vaughan Hornets have advanced to the provincial final with a 69-44 victory over the Kildonan East Reavers.
Well, as you mentioned, they're going into the final, Blair. Super job. You get a look down there at the Tech Vaughan team and support on your screen. You can see the Tech Vaughan Hornets will advance into the provincial final to face the Vincent Massey Trojans because of a 69-44 victory over the Kildonan East Reavers.
A big victory here for Tech Vaughan, and congratulations for our earlier game, the Vincent Massey Trojans. There's Coach Bouchard and Scott Martin. Look on here. Their team will challenge the Vincent Massey Trojans tomorrow night in the final of this Provincial Basketball Championship, and we will have live action for you on VSP Channel 7. Good job, fellas. Good game. I'd like to thank Lindsay Murphy for helping us with these stats here, and also all the other parts of our production crew. Once again, a great game and great action from the University of Winnipeg Athletics.